Well, this is the first video of this series. I thought I was going to do a whole I thought I would do a whole series on one of my favourite games, which is Shenmue for the Dreamcast. Whoops, I don't want that. It's one of those sort of cult games, really. Yeah, we don't need to see the video, because there'll be enough of an intro to begin with anyway, because there's going to be a 10-minute intro. Yeah, we'll go new game. Then sit back and watch the awesome cutscene. Yokosuka, 4 PM. So yeah, graphics are pretty awesome for the time, really. Bear in mind, this was what, 1998 game, I think, thereabouts. Spawned a sequel. It got released on the Dreamcast and on the Xbox. I was one of the few people that I really like the Dreamcast. As my console history basically involves me picking exactly the wrong thing all the time. So like I had a Master System when the Mega Drive was popular. Then eventually I got a Mega Drive, and then when it came around to getting the console race began with the PlayStation, the N64, and the Sega Saturn. I went with the Sega Saturn. And then when the PS2 and Xbox and GameCube and were all coming out in the future, I went with the Dreamcast that was coming out before then, the 128-bit console. I really liked it. It's got some classic games. It's a cult kind of thing. I've still got it. In fact, I have 2 Dreamcasts. I have one that's my original one that doesn't actually work properly because the disk drive started damaging discs, and then my other one that I bought while I was at university that works perfectly well. It has the right BIOS for it to run games, is all I will say. So yeah, it's all good, really. I mean, this isn't actually running on a Dreamcast. This is running on a Dreamcast emulator on my PC because I don't have a capture device to capture directly from a Dreamcast. Eventually I will do, but right now I don't. I only have to capture from the PC. So I mean, this is the best I can do. I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll do a series where I play through Shenmue and put that on the channel, which could take me some time. Well, it will take some time because it's a long game. 3 discs, 3 CDI, or should I say GD-ROM? Sorry, CDI is what the images are when you run it on the PC. Yeah, GD-ROM, their own proprietary format that they developed specifically for the Dreamcast. So yeah, this intro sequence is brilliant. I love it. Very well animated for its time. He has some crazy ass hair. Oh, Zandy is such a badass. Look at him. One hit ended. Just like to point out that you see that Landy is a guy there with the scar on his side. Hazuki Sensei is on the floor, crippled. Ryo is the one in the jacket with the dragon on the back. He never changes his clothes ever throughout the whole game, which takes place over the course of, I don't know, as long as you want it to. I think it will go on. It only goes on for a year, I think. Well, you hit April in 1987, I think, in game time, and then you get this like ending where he shows back up and kills him, or it's implied that it kills him anyway. So But yeah, this is such a great game. I love it. And also, if you notice, on Ryo's cheek, he has a plaster that stays there the whole game. He never gets better, never takes it off ever. I don't know what's going on with it. It does go a bit dark at times. I don't know why. That's something to do with the emulation, I think. I mean, it's not perfect. You might be able to hear the sound. The sound isn't working ever so well, but you can hear the voices well enough. You know. I mean, this is a pretty bold move, really. I think this is the first game I remember which had an intro sequence like this that took more than a few minutes. Most games didn't do that. This was still in the days. It's not like now where some games you can spend a good half an hour of the game not actually doing anything, just wandering around without the ability to actually play the game, just sort of watching the cutscenes. The Battlefield series, Call of Duty series, that kind of thing, they're similar. They always start you off with the little tutorial level where you have to run through. But this is the first one I remember anyway, where it actually had this long dramatic intro sequence. And it's a really unique game in the sense that it's sort of an RPG, sort of a detective kind of game. It's got lots of different elements in it, and they're all very. There is nothing like it, and I really wish that they had done the third game which finished it off, because neither of these games. The end of this game is not conclusive, really, but the end of the second game is even worse. So, I mean, my plan is to, if I do this and it gets enough, views, if people want to see it, I'll play through the second one, which I have on Dreamcast and on Xbox, original Xbox, which they remade for. But I'll probably do that with a capture device instead of using the emulated version. I mean, the animation is good for the time, but the facial expressions aren't that expressive, really. And they are it's a little bit kind of cheesy. So, but it's so anyway, yeah, hopefully eventually I'll actually get into the point where I can do something. 4 days later, 3rd 1986. I haven't even been born in the real world yet. Me, not the characters, obviously. Yeah, the music is a bit odd. I think I may have to fiddle with that a bit. I'll put buffer up as high as it'll go, but it doesn't seem to make any difference really. Oh, and then he's having like weird ass dreams about him. It's very atmospheric and cool, really, when you think about it. Particularly this villain. I love him. You don't really know anything about him other than his name, basically. And he wears this Chinese suit, and he's some badass karate, I'm guessing, since it's in Japan. He's some badass karate master, and that's about it. Obviously got friends in high places if he drives around in a car with bodyguards. I just like his facial expressions. He sort of does this thing with like one eye open all the time. It's very odd. Very Japanese kind of thing. And here we go. actually get to play the game. Oh, there you go, the infamous menu. Well, not menu, sorry, the journal. You can read through, so it's got all these interesting phone numbers, bits of information. Yeah, I've always wondered whether you can get. I've played through this game many times, and I've done so with a full walkthrough to try and get a full full notepad, but I don't know how easy it is really. I never finished it doing that. It's got all his phone numbers. There's the days before the mobile phone. Yeah, mirror, Dragonstein stolen, which is the most important thing. Obviously not the fact that he murdered him. Dragon Road, rare fire style, tattoo on arm, blah blah blah. So basically, I have to go and find out what's going on. And I've bound the keys to the wrong thing. Oh no, maybe I haven't. I just can't. Maybe I just can't remember how to play this game. No. Oh yeah. How did you? I'm just trying to remember how you look at stuff. Oh, that's it. Oh, I can open all these. I don't know how he gets to this overhead perspective of these drawers, because if you look head height, but look through here, see his like very 2D looking underwear. Exciting, isn't it? You are now watching a YouTube video of someone looking through virtual drawers. It's the height of entertainment. Anyway, there is a point to this because there are items in these things, so it is a bit RPG-like if you think about it. I mean, granted, I don't think there's actually any items in any of these, but I can't remember. It's a long time since I played it. So lots of blurry magazines. He obviously has not very good eyesight. Let's open these ones. See what's in here. His entire collection of clothes, which consists of a green t-shirt, 2 white t-shirts, another white t-shirt, and a different coloured jacket that he never wears. Because he is effectively a homeless person. Oh yeah. Oh, here we are. Here's an item I can pick up. I think there's a lot of younger viewers who have no idea what this is. What is it? Ah, it's Shenmue. It's a cassette tape of the theme song. Because he carries around, this is in the days when he used to carry around a Walkman type device. That's a light. Yes, that's very interesting. Ah, you can pick up the Walkman and look at stuff. I suppose the closest thing I can think this game is a bit like is LA Noire, other than with a totally different theme and much more adult kind of thing to it, and obviously very very Japanese. You can look at the pictures. There we are. There's Rio and Naomi. Nobody's written anything on the back. We'll take a picture of the friends, which he always forgets about anyway. And then we'll just have a look at this bottom drawer. Oh look, another cassette tape. This robotic way he picks things up. Like a grabber machine at the fair. He's like some kind of weird android, it's very odd. I do wonder if maybe that was the way they were going with it in the end. Like, you know, because obviously nobody knows how the game would have finished. Now, anyway, yet another cutscene. We get all of 5 minutes to look around a room. Oh good, yeah. That's compassion for you, that is. Oh yeah, she gives you money. I don't know why. Wow. That's about £10.30 in English money. Don't know what it is in American money. I don't do American money. Fukara-san. It's a great name. Somehow I think either it didn't translate very well, or maybe someone somewhere thought children will enjoy a character called basically Fox-san. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that is his name. Oh, I can look at my diary. Or I could if it wasn't deciding to... Yeah, Ini-san will leave 500 yen on the shoe cabinet for me daily. 500 yen is about... I don't know actually whether that is £10.30. Or whether it's... whether 500 yen is equivalent to about... well, it might be about £5, something like that. I don't know. So, let's have a look here. Look at the interesting cabinet. Ooh, some more drawers. Let's have a look through these. Oh, there's a box. Can I pick the box up? No, I can't. It's not interesting enough. Oh, look, some batteries. Sega. C-size batteries. We will need them for later on. Probably. Ow. Nothing exciting in this cabinet. Apart from something green. I don't know what that is. Let's have a look at this side. Wow, nothing. So robotic. Oh, I wanted to look in the bin, see if there was anything interesting in there. Nope. You know, this is basically doesn't give you any information as to what you're supposed to do. Oh, you can turn light switches on off. Like the rebel that you are, look at him. Going around. Very energy. Oh yeah, this is good, I like this. Oh look what it is. It's a Sega Saturn. Well, we'll put that on top of there. Well, let's go and talk to Ines-san a bit more, because I think she's probably got... oh, she's not in here. I don't know where she is. But anyway, let's have a look in... let's look in the freezer. There's some things. Fish. Packets of soy sauce, probably. There you go, all the lovely low-res fridge things. Can look through all these drawers. Some very flat-looking cutlery. Difficult to eat with, you would think. Some more flat-looking cutlery, but at least they've got full sets. Now, an empty bowl. Some chopsticks in. About this side. Another empty bowl and some books, I think. Yeah, I make no promises that this is going to be even remotely interesting to anybody. There's a kettle that you can pick up. Let's have a look what's in the cupboard under the sink. Pots. Great. It's exciting. I believe this was the primary intention for this game. It was to be a cupboard simulator. So you look at the cupboards. The insatiable desire to look at the tins of tomatoes. Is it? Where? I missed that. Oh good, I'm pleased it's just a cockroach. He's not not bothered about the fact that they're wandering around in his kitchen. As you do. Anyway, I think there might be a cutscene if I look at these. Yeah, here we go. Some more fascinating insight into young Rio. He seems like he had the same motor control problems all his life. Really? Well, they do appear to have made like the end bits of the carrots. Like I don't normally eat the end bit. I like watching you suffer with my unibrow, almost unibrow, and my crazy hair.